Text appears. Warning. This game contains representations of psychosis. People with experience of psychosis, as well as professionals in psychiatry, have assisted in these depictions. Some may find these depictions disturbing, including those who, themselves, may have had similar experiences. If you would like to find out more about psychosis and mental health difficulties, please visit www.hellbladehelp.info. This game also includes violent scenes that some may find distressing.
A low sun glows dimly through thick fog. It reflects off the still surface of open water. A young woman kneels on a short log, paddling with a makeshift oar. Her posture is low and alert.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
The woman, Senua, looks back at a round burlap sack on her hip.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing.
The fabric shifts to outline a skull within, empty eye sockets, a nasal cavity, and rows of teeth.
They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness. There'll be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why isn't she coming?
Senua glances around with wide eyes and a furrowed brow.
He's already doing. Feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Senua passes wrecks of Viking longships. Text floats in the air above the water. Mental health advisor, Paul Fletcher. Historical advisor, Elizabeth Ashman Rowe.
Look, up ahead. You see it too?
You promised you gave.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
Corpses impaled on stakes protrude from the water. Senua paddles through a gap in a sheer cliff face, continuing through a canyon.
Can you see that?
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
On the shore are autumn trees, tattered flags, and a dozen rotting corpses. In the distance, a massive structure, in the shape of a bird of prey, looms above the cliffs.
Watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
The fog thins slightly as the canyon widens.
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
The water grows shallower as Senua paddles through a short cave where bones and bodies are strung up on ropes. Their limbs are almost low enough to touch her.
They can feel
you. You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
The low light gleams off silver beads in Senua's long, roping dreadlocks. She reaches the shore at the end of the canyon, amidst lush greenery, and beaches the log. She stows the oar and carefully steps ashore before turning to gaze back in the direction she came from.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know.
Senua looks at us.
Oh, she heard us.
There's no going back.
She shoves the log back into the water with one foot, setting it adrift.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Dense trees and boulders surround a clearing. To one side is a stagnant pool covered in algae at the beginnings of a path. A trio of corpses are impaled on stakes.
End of Level 1. Audio description written and mixed by Jennissary. Performed and QC'd by SightlessKombat.